Good morning, Charlotte. I'm UNCC meteorologist Holden LeCroy. We're in for one more day of hot and muggy conditions, but I promise you we will see that relief by the weekend. Unfortunately, that does come with some rain chances, and I'll have some details later. We're also watching the tropics, 3 areas of development in the eastern Atlantic. Today, high temperatures will be approaching 92 degrees, and we'll have that easterly wind between 5 and 10 miles per hour, which will develop some thunderstorms this afternoon, but only about a 20% chance. Temperatures outside right now, very hot and muggy. Temperatures around 76 degrees in Uptown, 76 down in Monroe, and 73 up in Cherryville. As we move into the lunch outlook, temperatures will already be approaching 90 degrees. Heat index values will be approaching 100 degrees, so be sure to drink plenty of water today if you happen to be outside. As we move into the evening commute, temperatures will already peak around 90 degrees and start to cool off by 6 p.m. 87 in Uptown, 85 Mount Pleasant, and 87 over in Gastonia. Now, as we look at the current satellite, you can see that easterly flow coming off of the Atlantic, which will fuel them thunderstorms this afternoon. Also looking at the satellite, you can see this stalled frontal boundary, which by the weekend will bring some relief in the temperatures, but also bring that rain chance to the Charlotte area. Unfortunately, the UNC Charlotte game looks like scattered thunderstorms will be moving through by halftime, but the first half and kickoff looks fairly decent. Temperatures around 84 degrees and partly cloudy skies. There is a possibility of a stray shower, but the bulk of the precipitation will likely hold off until halftime. Hopefully we don't have any lightning delays. Unfortunately, the Panthers game looks like a complete washout. Hopefully we will manage not to have any major lightning strikes near the stadium, but temperature is fairly comfortable in the 80s. Just make sure to bring that poncho if you're headed out to the game. Now, looking at the tropics, you can see Hurricane Florence, as well as 2 areas of development that I mentioned. These areas over here are given a 70% chance of development by the National Hurricane Center. They're projected to move off towards the northwest, eventually possibly curling back out at sea. Now, Hurricane Florence was recently downgraded to a tropical storm this morning. Winds are at 65 miles per hour, moving on a westerly track at 7 miles per hour. Pressure is down at 996 millibars. Now, if you look at this projected path, it looks kind of ominous. It's headed like right toward North Carolina. Now, there's been a lot of talk on social media that this hurricane's going to hit North Carolina. It's going to hit New York. That's not true. It's way too far out in advance to even have a really good understanding of where this storm is going to be. The models are kind of scattered all over the place, some of them shooting out back into the Atlantic and some of them shooting back up to New York. You can't really go by this at this point. It's too early to understand exactly where the storm is going to go, but we will be monitoring this closely, and anything major changes, we will give you the latest. Looking at the 7-day forecast, 92 today, that slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Now tomorrow, as I mentioned, that washout comes with scattered thunderstorms in the evening, and then we'll have a higher rain chance as we head through Sunday and Monday. Monday we have a cold air damming event which will linger some precipitation across the area. Chance of rain around 60%. And as we head into next week, partly cloudy skies, those rain chances diminish, and also the temperatures climb back up. So summer is not quite done yet, so no pumpkin spice lattes yet. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm UNCC meteorologist Holden LeCroy.